Oh, all right. So a lady commented and stressed. I could feel the stress coming through the comment. She said, I can't eat well for more than a few days before I hit the switch. Before she hits the F it switch. And this is a common problem, isn't it? And I'll say one thing for a start. I feel you because me too. Neither can I. Neither. I also can't eat well for more than a few days without hitting the switch. And I'll say if I was coaching you, I wouldn't even set you the goal to try and do that. I don't even set the goal for people to try and diet every single day in a row because it's just not manageable. Nobody eats well all the time. Nobody eats well all the time. There isn't a single person on earth that eats well all the time, even like fitness models or like bodybuilders, professional dieters. They get paid loads of money. It's their job to eat well and be in shape. You'll see them straight after the photo shoot, pizza, even on the run up to the competition or photo shoot. I always remember one story. Not somebody that I know, but a bodybuilder put on Facebook. I'm paraphrasing now because this was a while ago, that he'd made his son cry. His 5-year-old son at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And do you know what happened? He'd woken up in the middle of the night and eaten an entire box of his son's cereals, his son's breakfast cereals. He'd eaten all of them. All of them go down smooth, don't they? Go down smooth. That's what we call diet fatigue, ladies and gentlemen, on our program. That's diet fatigue so intense that you're not even thinking clearly, are you? Because that's not even logical, is it? This guy's a bodybuilder, going for a show, trying to be shredded down, veins on his eyebrows and teeth style, and he's waking up in the night, and it's against his goals, it's against his son, making his son cry in the morning when his son wakes up for a nice bowl of breakfast cereal to find, oh, no. Well, there'll be none. So we all do it sometimes. We all do it sometimes. So if this lady can't diet for more than a few days in a row without screwing it up and ended up eating just too much, what are we going to do? Because I'll tell you what I do, because I also can't diet for more than a few days. I can do 3 days. I'm being real with you. I can do 3 days. On the 4th day, I'm eating. If I might eat what you got, if you're not careful. I'm eating anything on day 4. The hunger is insatiable. Even if it's just healthy food, it's going in. If there's snacks around, they're going down. On day number 4, that's me. So do you know what I do? I just don't diet that many days in a row. I mean, slow down now. That sounds too basic to work, doesn't it? People say to me, oh, I get 2 weeks into a diet and then I always screw it up. I'm like, all right, then don't diet nonstop for 2 weeks. How about that? Isn't it? Honestly, it's not crazy. It's called balance. It's called balance. This is why I said at the start of the video, I do not set my members, and I wouldn't set you either, the goal to diet every single day in a row, because you can't manage it. You might manage it for 1 week. If we sort out some, I don't know, calorie level for you to hit or something. Ooh, if you eat 1,500 calories a day, you'll be 500 under the metabolic level and you'll lose 1 pound a week. Let's do that. Okay. No, I don't even set people goals like that. That's a dumb goal, because on 1 week you can do that. That's hard, but 500 under the maintenance or metabolism level, a 500 calorie diet or deficit every day, that's tough. But for 1 week, manageable. True. But then do you know what will happen? Yeah, you do. After 1 week, what will happen is you'll eat the correct diet for a week, and then you'll be like, yay, I've done it. And then you know what you'll do next week? You'll try and do it again, won't you? I know you. Positive pants, aren't you? You'll try and do it again. You might even message me like, hey, I've done it. I'm going to go for it again. And you might do 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Sounds fair. You could eat a diet. You could eat a low calorie level for 2 weeks. Sure. Do you know what science shows? You got about 2 to 6 weeks in you. Yeah, you. Everyone, including you. All of us. All encompassing. We got about 2 to 6 weeks of good dieting in us, and then you've blown it. Then that's screwed it now. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole bag. That's what you got. And that's if the diet doesn't suck too bad. You know, if it really sucks, like if it's a no food diet or a cut out everything you love diet or a supplement only diet or you know that food thing that you love cancelled sort of diet. You know those types, don't you? Go screw yourself sort of diet. If it's one of those, you got like how long? Not long. You've not even got 2 weeks in you for one of those. If it's a decent diet, science shows you can get 2 to 6 weeks into it, and then you're going to start to screw it up. And it depends on a whole host of different factors, how fast and how much you screw it up. It depends how much weight you've got to lose. It depends how much weight you've lost already. It depends how tall you are. It depends how fast your metabolism is, how many calories you can eat per day, how much you cut it down by, what your activity level is, what your stress levels in life are like. I'm not even lying. These are the variables. Different people can handle different diets and different amounts and times and lengths and difficulties of diets at different times. You know this, and you can too. So how far are you going to get into it before you screw it up? I don't know. So do you know what we do? We use mindfulness. This is what I do with my members. This is what you should do with yourself. You should pay attention to how you feel. If you're my member, then I help you. I also pay attention to how you feel. And then when it starts to get a little bit tough, do you know what we do? We take a break. And this lady, she informed me, the lady in question, who most of this conversation now, I've gone off on a rant so far and so down these houses and alleyways that this is not even necessarily about her specifically anymore. I'm using her question to springboard an important topic of conversation to try and help you. If this lady's only got 1 stone to lose, okay, if you've not got much weight to lose, because that's not much, then you need to take more breaks. What I mentioned earlier, diet fatigue, that's an umbrella encompassing term that I use and other people use as well, to mean that you feel a little bit shitty when you're dieting. Dieting sucks mentally and physically. Diet fatigue hits harder the leaner you are. The less weight you've got to lose, the more weight you've lost to get to that point, the lower your metabolic level is, the lower your calorie maintenance, the slower your metabolism is, the smaller you are, the less active you are, the less exercise you do. Take a breather for a second, and all those variables, that makes it tougher. This lady's only got 1 stone to lose. That means she's going to find it tough. I'm not surprised she has to take breaks. She can't do more than a few days of dieting. Maybe she can do 3 or 4 like me, and then she starts to screw it up. So do you know what? Just don't do that. How about we just do 2 or 3 days of dieting and then we take 1 day off? And on that day off now, we don't just eat whatever. We don't go crazy now and start undoing all the work, but we do eat a bit more. How much more? Well, I help people work that out. We figure out how fast your metabolism is, and then we figure out roughly what's the most you can eat without gaining any weight back, and then we use that level to take time off. Diet, break. Diet, break. Diet, like this. And for me, I'm being real with you, I can only do 3 or 4 days. And then I'm dying. I'm chomping at the bit. I'll bite you. If you come too close, I'm that hungry. Some people can do way more. Some of my members, they like to do a stone, take a week off. Do a stone, take a week off. Some of them like to diet 5 days, take Saturday, Sunday off. Diet 5 days, take Saturday, Sunday off. And as long as you're not gaining the weight back and eating too much on the days off, we're good. And you know what that does? Yes, it slows down the results slightly, but it boosts your energy levels enormously. And that allows you to move forward, taking the calories lower. And over time, you feel better and get better results through that because you can push on harder. It's like as if it was exercise. You don't just start running. I'm going to become a runner. And then you just start running from minute 1 until you're a good, no, no, you're mostly taking breaks. Good runners only run like what? 3 times a week? That's for what, an hour? That's 3 hours of running versus 165 hours in the week of not running. They're mostly not running, even runners. So when you're dieting, you don't diet things that are hard, like running, even work. You take weekends off, we take time off, we've got holidays booked, etc. because work's hard. With dieting, you need to take breaks too. So understand for yourself, I'll start to summarize now. Understand for yourself how far you can push it. A lady joined my program recently. She says, I always get like 2 weeks into a diet and then I start struggling. I said, all right, great information. Thank you. You're making my life really easy right now. Because you know what we're going to do on this program this time then? We're not going to diet for 2 weeks without stopping. How about that? And then we're just gonna stop that whole situation even happening. If you get 2 weeks into a diet and then you feel restricted and you feel hungry and your cravings are just going mad, which they would, then just don't do it. Just do 1 week and then take a day or 2 off. Eat a little bit more. Have a glass of wine. Settle down, Sally. Let's take a little breather now. Stop and smell the roses. You've done good work. What's the rush? If you rush, you just stumble and fall. You're gonna slip back. I'm just gonna come walking on past. Walking on past. So take breaks. That's my only point. Understand how far you can get with the diet, whether it's a couple of days, a couple of weeks. Cut yourself off before that point. You take a break before you break. Take a break before your body forces you to take a break. You take that break for yourself. Make sense? Good. Thank you so much. If you like this video, if you got anything out of it, please give it a little like, help spread some love and some information around the old interweb and Book of Faces. If you've got any questions or comments, please drop them on below. I'd love to get back to you. If you want any information about anything that I've said, or you want any professional help with your fat loss, weight management, health, exercise, nutrition, and any of that, all shebang and business, please message the Slim Society page in any way, shape, or form that you can find, or visit the website and drop us a message. It comes through to me, and I'll chat to you. Thank you so much. Speak to you, and I'll see you again soon.